Yes. We are on our way home. Oh, here's the rain. I was wondering when the rain was going to come. Of course, when I get out of the car wash, the rain comes. So it was a funny day today. I kind of dropped the ball a little bit, to be honest. I'd looked at the weather a number of times over the last couple of days, as I did for next Tuesday, for next Wednesday. I know what's supposed to be coming. And supposed to be coming is important. The weather last night said it was supposed to rain pretty heavy off and on right up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and then stop till maybe 10 o'clock. So I'm thinking the track's going to be a swamp. We're going to get them jogged, but not a whole lot to do today. We had virtually called off Ohio, which ended up almost, I think Jason said they had a tornado warning there. So nothing really happening in Ohio or Ontario that I was thinking today. Now, truthfully speaking, we had such a great week with the babies, virtually almost everybody training. Not the end of the world. I'm more than happy to give them a beautiful sunny day just to jog. And I got to the barn, and it was just that, a beautiful sunny day. It was 13 degrees and sunny. Had I been there at 8 o'clock, we probably could have thrown together some makeshift sets and got the horses trained. But as I said, I got halfway over there. The first part of my 12-minute drive, I was angry because I wasn't up early enough and I didn't get there to get everything started. I had made a reserve in my mind that it was going to be pretty much a wash for the day. I joked with Amy last night that it was going to be nice enough to jog. We weren't going to be able to give them the day off. But not nice enough to train. It was quite the opposite. It was just a beautiful day. Get over there. Now, I didn't really care about the babies not training, but I did want to train Crantini a slow mile. Now, he had popped a little bit of a pus pocket out of his foot the other day, and we trained him hard in 2.5, so you guys know I want to see how their next training is going to be. You train them hard and they feel a little stretched out. Let's see how they recover physically. Just let me look and see how you train the next time you train. Crantini trained good, still a tiny bit flat, but again, given the whole week he had, the hard training, the pus pocket, the application of flip-flops on him, I thought he was good. Mile and 28. I was going a mile and 30, 32, and somebody went by me quick at the 3/8 pole and just kind of looped me. And I said, and Crantini got a little aggressive, and I said, I'll just follow him. And I get right up behind him, and he followed perfectly, moved out of pedal lane. So it was Mike Saftik, him and I finished together going under the wire with a horse that he had and Crantini. And I said, wow, I thought he was good and coming back good. Not on the line, not on the shaft. He was good in that regard. Now, Brace for Landing, he was supposed to train hard yesterday, but we couldn't with the rain. I just had said, again, had put it in my head that we were going to train on Tuesday, but there is a chance for rain on Monday. So why don't we just go today, since it's such a nice day? So Brace, I went out and trained a mile and 30, 31, something like that. He trained awesome. So I'm getting him ready to go last trip, and James comes over with Dominic, and he said, how much do you want me to go with, how much do you think we should go with Horn Player last trip? I said, perfect timing. You and I can go with Brace and Horn Player. He said, okay. What do you want to do? I said, we'll go around 2.5. We'll aim for 2.5. We're going 2.4. Great. We're going 2.6. That's great too. It's kind of windy out now, so let's just see how it plays out. James ended up cutting it out. Brace for Landing was 2 fingers, and I mean as perfect as you could have him perform today at the head of the lane. I just started to edge him out. He just started, still had no head check on him. Just an open brattle, no head check, a Murphy blind. I did put a bit burr rather than a head pull on the inside of him. I think he took to it very well. Just as I'm edging him out of the hole, you just see him just duck his head a little bit, and he's gone. I get right up alongside Horn Player, and I really just put him right in neutral. Almost in reverse, going under the wire. 2.4, last half 59 and a piece, last quarter like 30 and a bit, but it was like a heavy wind down the backstretch and just as heavy in your face, obviously, down the lane. So it was hard to, any sort of acceleration down the lane was an impressive feat today. And I'll tell you what, Brace for Landing looked very, very good, and Horn Player looked very good also. Both of them really stole the show for the day for me. I was happy with Crantini, really happy with the way everything went this week in the barn, but the cherry on top was definitely the way that Brace for Landing felt. My only dig on Brace for Landing, and I know that Amy takes this to heart, and I told her after, I said, it's certainly not your fault. Brace for Landing's just not picking up the weight we would like to have him. And the reason being, if you saw on Instagram or Facebook this week, the idiot throwing his tub around and attacking the hay bag, and just, that's what he does all day. So he's wound. He's just wound all day, and then you go out and jog him, he's fine. But he'll come in, he eats more than most horses, but he just doesn't pack the weight on. So we're gonna have to get him. I said to Amy, they used to have the high fat, high fiber chunks that you could get for the horses. We're going to have to switch up his diet. And I said to her, I said, it's not the end of the world. Although I think he is going to become the horse that I said he was. Right now we're on the doorstep of qualifying, and I feel every bit as confident now in Brace for Landing as I did before. And I know James and I talked about it because James didn't love him. He likes him, he thinks he's a nice horse, but he doesn't hold him in the same regard as like Spitfire or even Carter. I think he believes he might even be a notch below them, and I don't think he is at all. I think he's every bit as good. Maybe not as raw, powerful as Spitfire, because Spitfire is this big, gigantic animal, but every bit as tenacious and quick on his feet. I loved what I saw with Brace for Landing today, but as I said to Amy, I said, it's not the end of the world. We can, as the green grass comes out, we can start getting some weight on this horse, but I don't think I want to send him to New Jersey at the start of May. Is it realistic to think that this horse could ship to New Jersey, race wide open in the New Jersey Sire Stakes, even in the B division, and then ship all around this summer? I just don't see that happening. So I think it would make much more sense to leave him here, race him here, the Naumers 2, Naumers 3, and then try and get him ready for the good times. Would be his first major stake race right here on Canadian soil. I believe that's in June. And he has races leading up to that. Yes, we could go. I think he's eligible to the Bunker Hill and to New Jersey. Yes, we could go to those. I just think right now the only thing we have to focus on with Brace for Landing is his weight. He's still that lanky, very immature physically horse, but mentally it's exactly where we want him to be now. I don't think I could be any happier than I was with Brace for Landing today, and I was very optimistic going into today's training trip and left every bit, if not more, optimistic about his 2023 season. I just love what I saw from him today. And Horn Player, now that's the opposite. That's a big, strong, gigantic filly. She can go to New Jersey. One of our clients, one of my partners on the horse said the other day, is she headed to New Jersey? I said, I'm going to let her tell us. You look at the first win out of the 9-hole and 57, her first start, and then factor in how good she looks on the track. Are we keeping you up, Turkey? Are we keeping you up? Yeah. When you factor in how she looks and what she's been up to, and just
hi everybody.
When you factor all that in, you see where I'm going. I think Horn Player is a yes to head to New Jersey in May, more than likely. I believe it's the first week in May, if I'm not mistaken. I'll double check that today. Where Brace for Landing is quite the opposite for totally different reasons. Certainly not because I don't think he can do. I think he absolutely is going to become the Brace for Landing I advertised all winter long. I just think we need to work hard on mitigating his stress and maximizing his appetite. And that's exactly what we're going to do over the next month. So Crantini, he looks great too. I know that James was happy with Carter. And, hey, don't do that. Right?
My horse is doing that.
I know your horse is doing that. He was very happy with Carter and Spitfire. Everything is going as according to plan now. I was going to do my opening today, but again, I want to see the horses race tonight. I hope they will. It's supposed to be windy, but I hope they do. Just looking quickly at some of the sophomores that look very, very impressive to me so far. Austral Hanover, Brace for Landing, Carter Michael Dio, Coupe DeVille, Crantini, Gandalf the Black is the other one racing tonight. Thank you. I'm just talking about the ones that are really impressive right now. So I'm going to jump over Landing Pad, Landing Strip, even Leaps and Bounds. We found out what was wrong with her the other day too. Her white count was high, so she was sick. Her red count was very low. Her liver count was up a little high. She had lots going on, which makes me happy because I don't know what happened in the qualifier, but now I do. Mo Power Baby, her blood didn't come back that bad, so we're going to work on changing her shoes up front and requalifying her. Nothing But a Dreamer has looked absolutely fantastic also. That reminds me, I need to go in the garage when we get home and get those hobbles for him. Smoking Hot Irish Girl, again, feet were a little sore the other day. I am going to work on...
my mom is not home.
Oh, she will be soon. We're going to work on with Enos and Jason about getting her shoes switched around also and training her in the race bike this week. Then you just have Spitfire Overseas, who James swears is the best horse we have. And there's no, who do you think's their best horse? And there's a pause? There's no pause. As soon as you say who's the best horse, the first thing out of his mouth is Spitfire Overseas. Immediately. So James thinks he's the best. We'll see. I'm not saying he's not. I haven't sat behind him yet, but I can just tell you, James loves him. Swinging Senorita qualified good. You know, I saw a lot of you guys dumping your shares. And you gotta, I guess everybody listens to what I say and tries to think if there's some sort of hidden message behind it. All I was telling you the other day was that Swinging Senorita line was great on paper, and it didn't feel to me like she was 100% there, right? And we found out what it was after. Her stifles were a little weak, as I said. Her back was very tight, again, which I said. Thankfully, her blood work wasn't that bad. I think she's going to come out with a very strong qualifier on Wednesday. So for those of you that have spent the last 3 days, for some reason, dumping your shares because of something you thought I said, I need to be abundantly clear in telling you that I have zero interest zero concern with Swinging Senorita. I thought she was fine. I was just telling you what I saw from her. Tactical Mounds, another filly I have huge expectations for this week. Going to have her in the race bike next week. We'll see how she is. Tailgate Buzz, just like Austral, I think is going to have a real similar year to the one he had last year. Really effective, nice horse to drive. Warwi Yuri, huge question mark with this guy. I can't wait to see him. He's going to school on Monday, so I can't wait to see him last schooler Monday and then into qualify. But you know, the horse that I saw the day I trained him was exactly what I had hoped. If you had to listen to what I said last year, all the videos, it's going to make a nice 3-year-old. We just have to get him polished up and looking nice. All those videos pointing towards exactly where he is right now. Where we wanted him to be last year and at the start of this year is exactly where he is right now, and I can't wait to see him qualify. And then What a Mission. I don't think he's a killer. I think he's going to be fun. I'll give you my Cole's notes on What a Mission and what I think of him next week after I have him in the race bike, but he looks exactly how I wanted him to look right now. So all these horses are coming back great. I guess the only disappointment of the day, I didn't think Cunning Connie trained that good. You know, this affiliate, we've talked about this. She's a meat and potatoes kind of grassroots type filly, and that's where we want to get her back to again this year. I trained her this morning in 2.5. Was it impressive 2.5? No. It was by herself in the wind, I suppose. Mechanically, I saw some changes we can make that would really probably help her, and we'll implement those very, very soon. But ultimately, I think Cunning Connie, typical muscle mass, going to do her knees or lower hocks. I think we'll put aluminums on her behind, add either flip-flops or bars to her up front. Just that minor vet work, minor tinkering with her shoes. I think you're going to see the transformation back to Cunning Connie of last year. It wasn't present today, but it will be present in the very near future. So she's also knocking on the door of the qualifiers. So just a great week all around. I'm going to talk more about the horses that won, the horses that raced, where they're going, and what people are doing and not doing as we head into tomorrow. I am going to do my videos tomorrow. Might do the 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds now because they're not going to change before tomorrow, except for Gandalf, hopefully. But for now, that's your Saturday video. What a great week for the trainers and the horses getting ready to qualify. The qualifiers were a little flat, but again, that was step one to getting those horses right back into racing shape for this year. So with that, I'll let you go. I hope you had a good day. If you're in Ontario, I think it was a really nice day. It's 2 o'clock now. It's not pouring. It's just raining a little bit. It's supposed to stop at 6. So if the wind is manageable around Mohawk tonight, I think it'll be a good night of racing. You'll likely see me on the 14th race with Haunted House, but I will be watching closely Locatelli, more particularly JK Victory and Gandalf the Black. So with that, I'll let you guys go. Have a great weekend, the rest of your weekend. I will talk to you all tomorrow with your videos and throughout next week. Take care.